Hello, everybody. Hey, my name is Ricky Manning. I'm an RV transporter out of Indiana. I've driven for 2 companies over the past 3 years. So, you might have some questions. Question number 1 probably would be, do I need a CDL to drive campers across the United States? The answer is no, as long as you stay under 26,000 pounds. So, we got that out of the way. Then you need to ask yourself, what do I want to drive? Personally, my opinion, I drive a Ford 350 dually, and I chose that because the dually is more stable in wind, and also you need a long bed. Gives you so many more options, and helps keep when you're hauling the fifth wheels, it helps keep the trailers off the back of your truck, especially when you're new. So that's just my advice there. Companies. You're going to have to do your research on your companies. Some companies pay better than other companies. Some companies pull for one manufacturer. Some companies pull for 10 to 20 manufacturers. So you need to decide that. For example, one company is paying $1.32. For the same run to California, the other company is paying $1.20. So you drive to California, and there's a $210, $220 difference, maybe even $50. It's according to how far into California you're going from Indiana. So, with that said, that's kind of what you need to look at, and you need to kind of figure out if that company that you choose has loads in your lane, whatever you want to call it, in the path that you really want to travel. The freedoms of this job are amazing. You can go wherever you want to go as long as there's a load going that way. Some companies have load boards, so a company paying $1.20 might have the load board, and the company paying $1.32, you have to go through a dispatcher. You see, there's advantages and disadvantages of everything. It's what fits you. So, yes, I'm driving 499,000 miles on my truck. There's a guy in Pauls Valley, Oklahoma, has a car dealership there named Joe Dale. And when I got into this, he gave me the best advice anybody could ever give me. Pay the truck. So I didn't do it kind of like he was saying. He was saying pay it to the truck. But what I did is I took a fund and paid it to the fund. You need to take 20% of each load. This is what I do because you got to have a budget here. And your budget's got to match what you're getting paid per mile, because you don't get paid for empty miles. So follow me there. You do not get paid for empty miles. So you're taking 20% of the load and you're putting into a fund for maintenance, big maintenance. I'm not talking about oil changes. You're going to pay that out of your money. So, 20% is going to the truck. Not for general maintenance, but for big maintenance. Transmissions, motors, rear ends, drive lines, stuff like that. Air conditioner, power steering pumps. I haven't had that one happen. Alternators, starters, all that type of stuff. Big stuff. So you're going to be doing that. I kind of lost my way here, what I was thinking. But you got a budget, and you got to go by that budget. You're going to have a pickup payment, but everybody has a payment on a pickup, or a car. So when you go to work and you clock in, do you have a pickup payment? Yes. Do you take that away from your profit? No, you don't. So no matter what you're going to be doing, you're going to have that payment. So you're going to pay that out of your fund too. Oh yeah, you're going to pay that out of your fund, out of your money. So 20% goes to your big maintenance fund. Your oil changes and all your other regular maintenance comes out of your money. And that's the way it works. So now on taxes, you can take it out of the business. But I'm just telling you, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. It comes off you this way. But you do you, and I'll do me. So you choose the way you want to go on that. That's enough of that. So just like somebody said, well, you don't need that transmission. No, I didn't need the transmission, but I was having the rear end redone. So while it was in the shop, well, if your rear end's been messed up for a while, you don't think that's tugging on that transmission? Yes, it is. But I don't want to get out here on the road and get stuck out on the road and having to pay a big fee to tow it in and to get it fixed out here on the road. So go ahead and redo the transmission is what I told them. And when I put the motor in, yeah, I put a motor in too. The only thing that ever went wrong with this truck's the rear end. But I was able to get it home. The motor, let me tell you something. I got such a good deal on my motor and turbo, I had to change it. I didn't have a choice. So, and I'm not going to say what that was or where I did it at, but it was awesome. So, you do you, and I'll do me. But back to the RV transporters. RV transporting. Can you get rich? No, you're not going to get rich. But you can be free, and you can choose the right company, and you can do what you want to do. There's also such thing as pull-out fees on your yard. So when you go get a trailer, you book a load, you go get a trailer, and when you pull it out that yard, when you get done with the load, they'll pay. Most companies pay you half up front. The two companies I have paid half up front. But when you pull that load out of the yard and you deliver it, they charge you $25 to $35 a pull-out fee. It's according to what company you're working for, y'all. And on your card, they give you a. Let me get a drink. So on your card, your EFS or Comp Data card, you get fuel discounts. So if it says $2.15 at the pump, you might be only paying $1.39. But the pump's still going to say $2.15. You're not going to see it until you pull up what they took out of your card. And that's when you're going to see it. It's going to show the actual price you paid. So if you paid $120 on the pump, when you open the card up and look at your account, you might have only paid $80. So that's the way that works. That card, you have to shop for your fuel out here. You have to do all that. You know, this is a business. You need to treat it as a business. So also, like, one company gives you 9 free transactions on that card that you're using, and another company might only give you 1. So every time after that, they might be charging you $1, $2, 50 cents. Just different. It's just different. So you need to check on that. Also, another thing you need to check on is the insurance and the requirement of insurance. Do not go buy a truck. Do not go buy a truck to do this without being approved. You know, have a truck in mind, have it lined up, but get approved, because if your driver's license got any marks on it, there's a lot of companies out there that won't take you. So you want to make sure you're hired, and you want to make sure everything's legit before you go buy that truck. Some companies will hire you like that. Make sure you can go on there and figure out what equipment you need from these companies. You know, they have requirements, and you need to go on there and look at what's required from your company on your equipment. So there's extra expenses. You might have to put a hitch on, you might have to put mud flaps on, you know, that type of thing. So there's a lot of hidden expenses. Like, there's something I didn't have to do, but I put airbags on the back of my truck. Oh my gosh, that's made a big difference in my life now. Airbags on the back of the truck, that's a big deal. I wish I'd have done it when I first started doing this, but it makes your ride more stable and your truck don't sink or anything like that. But guys, this is the best experience I've ever had working in my adult lifetime. You have freedom. I've been to Golden Gate Bridge. I've been, you know, Mount Scott. I mean, I've been to all these different places, and I've been to Niagara Falls. I've been to San Diego. You know, I've been to Florida. I spent a week on the beach in Florida at a resort, you know, and I've been to Daytona. I've been to Indianapolis 500. I mean, there's so much you can do with this. You can go to football games. You can go to basketball games. You just have to plan ahead. You can see you can go see your favorite sporting events and plan it out. You can go see the Meteor Crater and all this stuff, but you're not going to get rich. I'm telling you now, you're not going to get rich, but you have to manage your money. If you're not good with money, you're not going to make it in this. You're not going to do it. I've made mistakes. I'm sharing this video with y'all because I wish I would have known this stuff when I got into it. I just went into it blind, jumped right into it. I would have saved myself a ton of money if I'd have known how to work it, what to do, and what not. So I hope I didn't leave anything out, but I can't think of anything else to put out there to you guys. But I'm telling you, you don't have somebody standing over your shoulder saying, get her done, get her done, get her done. You know, the one thing I can say is keep everything good. Keep your tires good. You know, keep your truck good. Make sure you're checking your truck. Make sure you're doing those pre-trips. Make sure you're walking around. You know, I had a seal go out one time, or was going out, and I noticed it right when it started. So I was able to make it home on a rear, on a seal around the tire. I've had hubs go out. You're going to have stuff happen out here on the road. You're going to have it, but keep your maintenance up on your truck. Make sure your logbooks are current. Make sure you're stopping at your scales. Make sure you're running your placards. Don't get out here and get yourself hurt because you're not following the rules. I can tell you now, you need to follow the rules. And if you're that type of person that you can't follow the rules, then this isn't the business for you at all. At all. So, guys, I just want you to be careful. But if you have any questions, message me. I'll try to answer them if I can. I don't know what the response will be. If it's only 10 people, yeah, I'll be able to respond. But if it's 200,000, probably won't be able to respond to all of them. But you guys, make sure you do your study before you pick your company, because load boards aren't necessarily important. Pay's not necessarily important. It's what is best for you. I went to one other company that paid less because they had 10 different companies, but they hauled to Texas, and the other company didn't haul to Texas as much. So you need to check on that stuff and make sure that way you can get home often. Make sure you have loads going will put you home, because you don't get paid for deadhead miles. Deadhead miles will kill you. You can get some backhauls out here. You can. So I'm not going to hold y'all up anymore. Just remember, you don't need a CDL. A CDL will help you because it will give you more options. So, but you don't need a CDL. And what I mean by more options, you have more trailers to choose from. So, because you have CDL and non-CDL that you can pull. So you followed me there. That right there is probably very good advice. So you don't have to have that. You need to pick your equipment. You need to pick your company. There's many companies. I'm not going to say any of them, but there's many companies up there. I prefer a larger company. They know what they're doing. You're not going to get messed around as much on money. And I prefer a bigger company. So, y'all have a great day. I'm going to drive across Texas. Have a good one, y'all.